What did your father teach you? I think the most important lesson my father ever taught me was how not to be cruel. And the way he did it was by showing me how not to act. Because my father was very cruel. Maybe one of the most important lines he ever told me was, everything has good and bad in it, and it is your job to find the good. And I guess I've added in there to leave the bad. Eventually, it's the reason why I had to disconnect from him. Although, to be fair, he abandoned us first. To give you a background, my father is incredibly wealthy. But when I got sick and I had a tumor in undergrad, he used it as an opportunity to dip out. He flew out of the country so that the law couldn't follow him, and he no longer was obliged to spend his money on us. He just dipped out, and he's done very well financially. In fact, the last time I saw him, he made a point to mention how his assets have doubled since he flew away. This, however, was not new. During my undergrad, there were many months where, just to teach me a lesson, he would not send me money for food. So my roommates would then notice, and they would then feed me. My tumor was caused most likely by the secondhand smoking that he used to do growing up. And I think it's very important to realize that for many folks, they had to raise themselves in some ways, learning through observation, learning what not to do, how not to be. We have to recognize that patriarchal systems and many of the abuses that fathers are able to inflict upon their wives and children are the result of systems which have disempowered women. So what lessons did you learn?